Good morning and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be going over the gold for the day. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Okay, so today we're going to be going over the gold for the day, so let's open up our mailbox at a healthy 124,364 gold. Okay, so the last couple of days I've actually had some slight competition when it comes towards the mounts, so it's actually making me want to rethink all of my stuff, so we'll actually get onto that later on after we've gone through the gold for the day, but I just wanted to preface this now so I don't forget. Basically, the things of note is the turbocharged flying machine, which is an engineering mount specifically, and that is, I sold one of those for 18,050 gold, along with another one actually for 18,050 gold. That's pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. The other things of note is Vial of the Sands, 47,481 gold, as well as a flying machine for 1,710 gold. Rest of the stuff is either a little bit of transmog or also bags. So we're doing quite well on the bag front. The bags are selling really well at the moment. The profit margins on them do flux somewhat, but we're still making gold on them, so I'm not going to complain. The other things of note is a glyph of the Void Lord, 2 of those for 1,900 gold, along with another glyph of floating shards for 1,138 gold. And judging by this, we sold another flying machine for 1,710 gold. Other things of note are deep sea bag, deep sea bag, deep sea bag, deep sea bag. We sold a schematic for the Annihilator Halo Gogs, which is an engineering schematic, and that is for 1,426 gold. Other things of note is the replica light forged gauntlet, which actually sold for 11,401 gold. Actually managed to get a hold of those ones from the Dark Moon Fair, which actually is something that you should probably be doing. This one, ever since I actually started posting the replica gear more frequently and just cancel scanning and all that stuff, I've been seemingly been able to actually sell more of them, and I'm quite happy that we're actually able to sell them for a decent amount of gold. So 11,401 gold for one of those replica gears, as well as 12 flasks of Titanic Strength for 3,071 gold. Obviously we know what that one's been sold for. Other things of note at the moment is the time-worn Shadowtooth Belt of the Peerless for 2,802 gold, bringing our total up to 124,364 gold. Let's just pull in all of that gold right there. I'm really happy with the amount of sales we're actually getting. A lot of sales for deep sea bags, and we're still made a profit on it, so I'm not going to complain overly that much. The way in which we're actually gathering up a decent chunk of gold at the moment is quite handy, and overall we are sat at a healthy 336,000 as well as that. So what are we going to be actually doing today? Well, we're obviously going to want to do our restocks, obviously for mounts, which means the turbocharged flying machine, 11,000 gold. I can make it for really cheap. I can make it for about 13,000 gold, and for 2 of them I can make about 11,000 gold's worth of profit just from those flying machines. The other flying machines is another 2, but that's only equals to about 1,038.9 gold. The other things of note, let's just actually have a nice little gander at what we've actually got right here. For Shadowlands, obviously, once the release is out and after about a month or so, I'm going to be checking the markets. We're actually going to start selling all of our materials that we stockpiled, just like frostweave cloth, netherweave cloth, all that stuff, all the cloths that we stockpiled along with ore. We actually managed to get a decent amount of ore. We have to wait till the flux comes back up, along with saronite ore. That's pretty good. They're currently at like 11 gold a piece for that. Felt slate ore, we've got that as well. We actually bought that out really cheap, and the prices are seemingly to go back up. Like laystone ore, it now sells for about 9 gold for min-buyout market value and region market value, and we bought it for like 5 gold a piece, so that's pretty good. The thorium ore obviously is dropped in price, so we'll have to wait before we actually sell that on. And left shark, obviously I'm not going to be selling those. They've been around since WoD. I think I specified this in another thing, and that's just a load of junk that I've got. Aside from all of that, we can go into our other one, which is netherweave cloth once again. We've got pyrite ore, and we've also got exotic leather as well as that. So that's doing okay. I'm not overly too concerned with the mats. They will sell, obviously. The mounts I'm quite happy with. I'm actually starting to farm this up more regularly with my warlock, because he's basically sat there doing nothing, and I'd rather him be doing something that can net me in a decent chunk of gold. At this moment in time, it sells for about 9,000 gold on my server. We bought them for about 5,000 gold when they dropped in price. So what we'll probably be doing now is holding on until the price actually fluxes back up after Shadowlands, along with all of the mounts as well, is that, because obviously these mounts will actually go back up in price when Shadowlands comes out and people aren't prevalently farming these anymore. So that is something I will be doing right there. The other thing of note, the Golden Main Reigns, 140,000 gold it sells for. We bought them for 125,000. We'll have to wait until the price adjusts, but the sell rate is pretty good. The actual chewed on Reigns of the Terrified Pack Mill, at this moment in time it looks like a loss, but I know if I actually hold on to these, I can definitely sell these on for either the same amount or for a profit. So that's something I'm not overly too concerned with. It's just a case of making sure I've got all of that stuff right there. So that's something to actually keep an eye on with all that. So those mounts are definitely worth quite a considerable amount of gold, so we'll be waiting for those in Shadowlands. We've got a stockpile of all our materials for Shadowlands, and basically it's just getting ourselves all prepped basically for the release, which is on Tuesday for EU, and I can't wait. It's actually going to be super awesome. Yeah, it's going to be awesome indeed. Now, I actually did have a look at my TSM, and I noticed quite a few things that I was losing gold on, so I've adjusted that. Things I was losing gold on was a couple of crafts which were like the lower tier crafts, and it was basically selling for not an awful lot, so I decided to just cut those out of my crafting list just in general, because I'd rather not lose gold. It just makes sense. And quite frankly, I'm going to be focusing more on the higher tier stuff. So like crafting things like the Sulfuron hammer and mounts and all that stuff. So things that sell for big gold and a big profit margin is what I'm generally looking for. And then I can just craft those and focus on those. So when I get a sale, I know I've made a decent chunk of profit on that, instead of crafting everything and then seeing if that works. So we're taking a different approach as we go into Shadowlands, because we want to minimize the amount of time for the maximum amount of profit. So that's why we're going for the higher tier stuff that sells okay. It takes a while for them to sell, but when they do sell, we'll make a profit. And when we obviously get into Shadowlands, I'll be doing a lot of gathering as well as updating WorthIt for Shadowlands. So that's something I do intend on doing. So this will probably be like the last update video. I know Monday I'll probably be doing a proper update video for basically this is the release. Seriously, I'm just going to be so pumped on Monday. It's going to be awesome, because I know all I got to do is go to sleep and I'll be like, it's here. So that's something I'm really looking forward to right there. But yeah, other than that, it's just seemingly just getting myself all ready with all that stuff. Like, I know a lot of my characters don't have the special bag yet from the bosses from Ice Crown, and well, the boss who actually drops it, the bag from Ice Crown. But aside from all that, it's mainly just a waiting game now, and just keeping up to date with the crafting thing, and a little bit of patience before the release where it's all like go go go. So I'm really like, I think it's wise to actually take a little bit of a breather for a minute, because you're not going to be able to rest throughout that, because I plan on doing quite a lot. I've got an extensive little list. I say a little list, it's about 4 pages worth of stuff that I would like to actually do. And the top priorities for Shadowlands is to max level all of my characters and update WorthIt, along with covering every single profession. And that is something I really am looking at wanting to do when Shadowlands hits, so I'll be on that as soon as possible. But pretty much because obviously I love those types of things, and it's going to be something that I'm really going to look forward to. Aside from that, what are you guys actually generally looking forward to when it comes towards Shadowlands? I would really like to know what you guys actually think. Aside from that, guys, have a lovely rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow. If you want to support the channel and help make the channel even better, then why not check out the Patreon? Members get additional info, gold making resources, and Patreon specific content. The link is located in the description down below. Thank you and have an awesome day.